Have you ever felt completely lost in life? Like you're walking on a road, but you don't know where it leads. Your heart is heavy, your mind is restless, and nothing makes sense. If you've ever felt this way, you're not alone. Even the most powerful men in history faced the same feeling, and one of them left us a gentle reminder, a message that still speaks to us, even after nearly 2,000 years. This is the story of Marcus Aurelius, and the reminder he left for all of us when we feel lost in life. Marcus Aurelius was not just a Roman emperor. He was also a philosopher, a thinker, and a man who carried the weight of an empire on his shoulders. Imagine this. Every day, he had to make decisions that affected millions of people. Wars, politics, betrayal, sickness, and death. All of it surrounded him. Yet, at night, when he sat alone with a candle, he would write, not to boast, not to impress others, but to remind himself how to live, how to stay human in a world full of chaos. His writings later became known as meditations. And inside those pages we find the gentle voice of a man who, despite his power, also felt lost, just like you and me. One evening, after a long day of battles and politics, Marcus picked up his pen. He was tired, weary, and his heart was heavy. He looked at his life, surrounded by enemies, surrounded by expectations, surrounded by noise, and he asked himself, what is the point of it all? Where is the meaning? Why do I feel so empty inside? Can you relate to that? That moment when you've achieved things or worked hard or tried to live up to others' expectations, yet deep inside, you feel lost. Marcus knew this feeling well, but instead of running from it, he wrote down a reminder, something to guide himself back when the path felt dark. His words were simple, but powerful. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Let that sink in for a moment. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Think about it. We feel lost because we try to control everything around us. We want people to like us. We want life to go exactly the way we planned. We want success, recognition, comfort, certainty. But the truth, life rarely goes the way we expect. People disappoint us, plans collapse, opportunities vanish. And in those moments, we lose ourselves. We forget that peace, clarity, and direction don't come from the world outside. They come from within. Marcus was reminding himself and reminding us that when the world feels heavy, when the path feels confusing, the answer is not in controlling the storm, but in calming the mind. So, what does this mean for you? It means that even if you don't know exactly where life is heading, you still have power. You have the power to choose your thoughts. You have the power to respond with patience instead of panic. You have the power to take one small step forward, even if the road ahead is foggy. Marcus Aurelius lived in times of war, disease, and betrayal. Yet, he reminded himself daily, do not waste your time worrying about what you cannot control. Focus on what is in your hands today. And maybe that's the reminder you need right now. Instead of asking, what will my life look like 5 years from now? Ask yourself, what can I do today with the little strength I have? Because life doesn't demand that you have it all figured out. It only asks you to keep moving, one step at a time, with courage. So, the next time you feel lost in life, remember this. You don't need to control everything. You don't need to have all the answers. Marcus Aurelius, a man who ruled an empire, also felt lost at times. But his reminder still shines through the centuries. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Hold on to that truth. Breathe. Take one small step forward. Because sometimes, the road may be unclear. But if you keep walking with patience and with courage, the path will reveal itself. And who knows, maybe this lost moment is not the end, but the beginning of who you are meant to become. When life feels confusing and heavy, don't try to control the storm. Calm your mind, Focus on what you can do today and trust that step by step, the path will unfold.